Hey everyone, and welcome back to another great under $5 eShop deals video, where each and every week we go through the Nintendo Switch eShop and we pick out some great games that are currently on sale, all the while staying under a budget of only $5. And I've got to say, this week's list has a couple of games there that I never thought we would see at under $5. So if you've been waiting to pick them up, I think now is the time. Now, before we get into that, just a quick reminder that as usual, I'll be giving away two $5 eShop gift cards about halfway through the video. If you want to participate in those giveaways, all you need to do is be subscribed to the channel and drop a comment down below in the video. If you want the full contest rules, they're in the description. And also, if by the end of the video you're still looking for other great deals, I'll always be linking down below last week's under $5 list, as well as the latest regular eShop deals, because most of those deals are still running and I just don't repeat them 2 videos in a row. Now with all of that stuff out of the way, let's not waste any more time, let's jump straight into our deals. Just remember, if you are liking the content, consider hitting that like button. Now, our first game for today is a returning classic, but it's one we haven't featured in the main video for a little while, and that is Lumo. That is back to 90% off, dropping to only $1.99, and will be running all the way till May 9th. Now, if this is your first time hearing about Lumo, it is basically a room-based 3D puzzle platformer. And if we're talking about value, in my opinion, this is one of the highest valued games when it drops to $1.99. Because you really get hundreds of different puzzles to solve, and it's really a great way to get a new player into 3D puzzle platformers. Now, I'm not saying there isn't a challenge here, because some of the rooms will become quite challenging, but it's also a great way to have someone really fall in love with the genre. And I would say one of the things that amazed me most about this game is how each room really feels different. Each room is a fresh puzzle to discover, so really at $2, this game is a great investment if you have even the minorest of interest in this genre. Now, our next entry in the series is one we haven't taken a look at in a little while, and that is Daggerhood. That is back to 60% off, dropping to only $1.99, and will be running all the way till May 16th. I think the best category to put Daggerhood in is a retro-styled 2D precision platformer. And I know we have a lot of those on the Switch, but Daggerhood does manage to come up with a pretty original mechanic that does make it quite interesting in my opinion. The main mechanic here that you're going to have to get a hang of is your dagger. That is not only a weapon to eliminate enemies, but also a device that you can teleport to instantly. And this one simple mechanic really allows for a ton of original level designs. Now, if we're talking about difficulty for the game, I would put this at a medium. It's not among one of the most difficult precision platformers, but it's not a easy breezy one neither. Overall, when you can pick this one up at $1.99, I really think it's worth it. Now next, we have a couple of games that are brand new entries to the series, which are Read and Read 2 that are now 60% off, dropping to $1.99 and will be running till May 2nd. Now yet again, we have a retro-styled precision platformer. However, this one really has some bite-sized level designs. Each game has about 50 levels to it, and a lot of those levels, once you know the design, can be completed in just a few seconds. However, just like some of the greatest precision platformers out there, there are some levels that are going to take quite a few tries before you actually make it through it. Now, in my opinion, the second game is the stronger of the two entries. So if you only want to pick up one of the two, definitely go for the second one. It's the overall same concept, just I find the second one has much better level designs. Now, difficulty-wise, this one is just a little step above, with some of the levels actually being quite difficult. And also, I do want to add a fair warning that if you're quite used to precision platformers, I did manage to finish pretty much each one of the games in under 2 hours. As I mentioned earlier, they are bite-sized adventures, but at only $1.99, I was quite satisfied. Now next on today's list, we have another brand new entry, and that is Pankapu. That is back to 80% off, dropping to only $2.39. However, you will have to move quick on this one because it is ending on April 30th. Now, this is actually a game that was suggested to me on quite a few occasions, and finally this week I had time to take it for a spin. And overall, at $2.39, I was really impressed with what I was playing. It is basically once again a 2D platformer, however this one much more leaning on the puzzle aspect. And I would say that the overall concept of the series also borrows a lot of ideas from Trine. Whereas once unlocked, at any moment you can swap between one of the 3 playable characters, a warrior, an archer, and a mage. Now the level designs here are very interesting and can actually be pretty much approached with any one of the characters, although some are definitely more suited to some aspects. But overall, pair that up with some great visuals, solid gameplay, and you've got a really nice game for only $2.39. One slight issue I do want to mention, there were a couple of times where I did have some slight frame drops, but those were very minute and they didn't affect my overall enjoyment. Nonetheless, a great new pickup for this week. So now it's time to take a quick break and announce today's winners of the $5 eShop gift cards. And our first winner for today is going to be Timothy Diaz, who said, "I haven't decided between Narita Boy or Greek Memories of Asia." Now, I hope you managed to make your choice, Timothy. Either way, there's really no wrong choice. Those are both 2 amazing games. But if you want a quick hint, if you're more into action, go with Narita Boy. If you're more into puzzles, go with Greek. And our second winner for today is going to be Frank H, who said, "Thanks for being so consistent with your eShop deals videos, my friend." And as I say pretty much every time, there's no need to thank me because I love doing them, and thank you so much for all being so consistent in always watching them. So now all you need to do to claim your $5 eShop gift cards is reach out to me in my pinned comment down below in this video. So now if we jump straight back into our deals, we have another brand new game, and that is Demon Turf Neon Splash. That is now 10% off, dropping the price to $4.49. However, yet again, you're going to have to move very quickly because it's ending on April 28th. Now this game is actually a brand new release. It actually released only 2 weeks ago, and it is a 3D precision platformer. Now this game is a sequel to Demon Turf. However, they've completely eliminated the combat here and really focused on what was probably the best aspect of the previous game, the platforming. And I'm going to come right out and say it, this one can be very difficult at certain points of the game. So if you're not into challenging precision platformers, this one maybe isn't for you. However, if you are, this is an amazing game, and it wouldn't even need to be on sale. Even at its full price of only $4.99, this game is a total steal. Also, if you're worried that the game might be a little bit too short at only 10 levels, I want to correct you right away, because once you get through all the challenges, the collectibles, and the online leaderboards, there's so much replayability here that you can easily play for over 5 or more hours. Overall, this game is just a great new addition to the Switch library in general. Now next for our great deals, we have Gleylancer that is back to 30% off, dropping the price to only $4.89 and will be running till May 2nd. Now first of all, this is actually a game that I fully reviewed on the channel, and I'll be linking that review down below. But it is basically the port of a great retro side-scrolling shooter. It's also the first time that the whole storyline has been localized for North America. But it's basically a game that I actually enjoyed so much, it snuck its way into my top 10 shoot-em-ups on the Nintendo Switch. It just has some really great level designs, some visuals and gameplay that definitely stand up to today's standards, and also they've taken the time to add in some modernized options, making the gameplay more approachable for people who don't like that old school challenge, and some really robust visual filters. So if you're a fan of old school shoot 'em ups at under $5, this game is just a great pickup. Now the next game on our list is making a first ever appearance on the under $5 list, and that is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, 67% off, $4.90 and running till May 5th. On top of it, this game will definitely be my pick of the week. I just want to start off by saying this is a game that I never thought we would see in the under $5 list. And if you're unfamiliar with this game, it is basically a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up with a retro flair that is based on the Scott Pilgrim visual novels. And yet again, I've got to say, this is easily one of the top 10 beat-em-ups we currently have on the Nintendo Switch. I also actually did a streaming session playing this game, going over the different mechanics and how you actually level your characters, and that is definitely something you should look into if you decide to pick this game up. But overall, the package you're getting here for under $5 is really amazing. You have a great visual style, really solid gameplay, and a ton of replayability with each different character having a different playstyle. Oh, and lastly, did I mention both local and online co-op for up to 4 players? This game is one of the best pickups you can ever make at under $5. Now for our next game, we're not done with the beat 'em ups yet, because we also have 9 Monkeys of Shaolin that is also at a new lowest ever price of 75% off, only $4.99. However, you'll have to move very quickly because this one is also ending on April 29th. Now this is yet another game that I actually streamed, and I enjoyed quite a bit. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this is another beat 'em up game, however, with a much different style from the previous one. This one feels more like you're playing through a kung fu movie from the 80s. And the combat here really is much more tactical, with a sort of rock, paper, scissors type of approach where each enemy is weak to one type of attack. Figuring out those weaknesses and then using the proper combo is one of the most important things to learn. There's also a really interesting progression system where you can really focus on those aspects of the combat that you appreciate more, meaning that no two builds or playthroughs are going to be exactly the same. And a pretty interesting storyline behind it all, although it can become a little cheesy at moments, like I said, really feeling like one of those 80s kung fu flicks. Oh, and also, if you need any more convincing, there's also a free downloadable demo. Now it's time for our Sizzle reel of deals, and I really think we've got a scorcher this week. Make sure you don't miss out. So we're at the end of another under $5 eShop deals video, and I've got to tell you, there are definitely some can't miss deals for this week. Let me know in the comments down below what you decided to pick up. Also, I want to take a couple of seconds to really thank the channel supporters. Their support is appreciated each and every month, and if you all want more information on that, you can look down below once again in the description of the video. And also, on the way out, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, click on the notification bell so you know when all my future content comes out, and as usual, I hope I'll see you in my next video.